Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Hey, what up, Mike? It is our favorite time of the week. It is Thursday night, 9 p.m. Well, I don't know if Wednesday night at 9 p.m. or Thursday night is our favorite night of the week, but it's 9 p.m. And where will we want to be on the Mike and Mish show? What up, Mike?
What is going on? Things are just moving too fast for me today, and I can't even handle it, man.
Mike's a busy boy. He's a busy boy today.
It's going too quick for me. Life is moving fast, and here we are already. I can't even believe it. I feel like I just woke up, and all of a sudden I'm sitting in this chair talking to you. I'm like, where the hell did the whole day go? Well, here we are. We got to talk to a world champ in a minute.
We got to talk to a world champ. We got to do a few things, but did the day at least go by fast because you were so busy? Did it just breeze right by, or like, did it still seem like a long day?
I literally went like this. Oh, hey, Kyle, what's going on? How are you? Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. It's already 9 p.m. It was just 5 a.m. Jeez.
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you made it, Mike. I'm glad you made it. Like Howie says, life in the fast lane. That is the truth.
Yeah.
We got a big show. We got a big show. I'm going to move my microphone for a second here, dude. Check this out.
Don't do it. Wait till don't touch it.
No.
What happened to me last night?
Look at this. Right behind me on the wall. You guys see that right there?
Oh, I remember that.
That is a poster that I made for Misfit 3.5 years ago with a bunch of fighters with their heads on poles. And she made a print of it and signed it and sent it back to me. And I have it hanging in my background. And guess what? She's going to be back on the show tonight for probably the 10th or 12th time. I don't know how many times, but we're in episode 294 and Misfit is back on tonight to talk about her upcoming fight with last night's guest, Jade Masson Wong. And then after that, we're going to talk to Justin Joy Boy Ibarrola, who is fighting Justin Street, who was on the show last night, who had a lot to say about Joy Boy. So tonight's show is going to be awesome. We're also going to give away 2 autographed photos, one of each person. So get your Twitter finger or get your Google fingers ready. Get your Google fingers ready. Get ready to do some research in the fast lane to win yourself an autographed photo of the world champ and Joy Boy. But on top of that, tonight, Mike, we're going to give away a shaker bottle, a package of supplements, and a t-shirt to whoever wins the autograph. So it is a good night to be a Mike and missionary.
Ooh, man.
That's what I'm
Mike
talking
missionaries rejoice.
Yeah, Mike and missionaries rejoice. You are here on the right night. You're going to get to see the champ. You're going to get to see Joy Boy, but you're also going to win some autographs and some other shit. Mike, before we read the sponsors, I have to ask you a question. As a 41-year-old man, I had plans to go to a horseshoe tournament on the 21st of September called the Stonington Horseshoe Invitational Tournament. The shit. I was going to play in the shit.
I like that. I want to play
It is the 21st year of the shit. I got in third place last year, and it is an Oktoberfest. Is an Oktoberfest theme this year. I was pumped, and Amy goes, "Hey, what day is the shit? What day is that?" I said, "The 21st of September." She goes, "You can't go to it this year. You can't go to it this year. Why?" Because I have to go to a fucking wedding, Mike. At 42 years old, I got to go to a wedding.
You don't need to go.
So I tell Amy,
go to that, man.
I said I would rather go to a goddamn funeral than go to a fucking another wedding, dude. At 41 years old, I have probably been to 35 weddings in the last 20 years of my life, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all my friends getting married. I'm sick of all Amy's friends getting married. I'm sick of all you people getting married, ruining my shit experience. Fuck you. I'd rather go to your funeral.
Stop falling in love and all that stuff. It's boring now. It's boring now. That was fun before. Okay. This is our time now. Your time was before. If you don't want to get married between the age of 20 to 40, well, too damn bad, because we're in our 40s now. No more weddings. That's it. Funeral time going forward, and just party.
Look at this, Mike.
Back to partying and funerals.
This is last year's third place trophy for the shit.
Oh, wow.
This is last place, third place. I got the bronze shoe. The bronze shoe. I was going for the golden fucking goose this year, and god damn it, I'm going to be forced into dancing. There better be an open bar. There better be a lot of snacks, a lot of hors d'oeuvres, and the meal better be worth it. And I'm talking to you, Kyle and Meredith.
You better do it.
You know,
I think I know who they are.
Oh, you know who you are. You
yeah.
Sons of bitches.
They better be serving French fries late at night for snacks or something like that. But there better be lots of snacks.
Howie said this is true. Marriage is the leading cause of divorce.
That is right. He's right.
That is a wise guy right there. A wise man.
That is probably the truest words that have ever been spoken.
That is the truth. Mike, can you do me a favor and I'll do the bucked up read, but go ahead and do the rest of the sponsors. I got to deal with a manager right now. Okay.
Oh my Lord.
So here we go. Everybody go over to buckedup.com. Use promo code Mike and Mish 20. Buy some supplements, buy some energy drinks, buy some apparel, and get jacked and look huge and feel great. And thank us later because they're the best supplements on the market. I promise you that. I take them all. And I feel awesome all the time, even though I got a blown out shoulder and a fucked up knee and a dumb back. I'm still working out every day. I feel great. Look all right. And it's because of our sponsor, our awesome sponsor, Bucked Up. Go over to buckedup.com. Use Mike and Mish 20. Get 20% off your total purchase. Mike.
Oh, hey, Dynamic Life. Sexual health, weight loss, and anti-aging. Retake control of your life by reaching optimal health. Visit www.livedynamic.com. It's the only online platform where you, yes, you, if you are looking at the screen and listening right now, you can become a patient in under 20 seconds. Also, check out their Instagram page at Live Dynamic. That's LIV Dynamic on Instagram. Boom. So what we will have next is Rasha, and everybody knows the story about Rasha. Kyle and I went to LA and we get to get in the Rasha Dome, and it was damn awesome. So I will leave you with this commercial and we will be right back.
The Rasha is a true scalar plasma energy technology with the most advanced base 12 frequency collection that protects, enhances, and harmonizes the autonomic nervous system. This can help a soldier, athlete, or animal improve their training, endurance, recovery time, and overall performance while achieving the ultimate victory-winning mindset called consciousness coherence. Once in this state of consciousness coherence, a soldier or an athlete is able to advance his target focus to a level where it is completely in the now present moment with relaxation and stress release. The Rasha is where science meets consciousness.
Well, hey, now here we are. We're back again in the place to be. Everybody, just clap your hands. So, hey,
Yeah.
we went to the Raja in LA, as I was saying, and it was awesome. If you get the chance to get inside of the Raja Dome, I'm not fucking blowing smoke up your ass. I'm telling you the truth there, because the first thing that Kyle said when we met the people running that Raja Dome, he looked at the lady and he went, I don't buy it. It's bullshit. Like, he just said it straight up. And she was like, no, that's fine. You're the perfect person. You're the person we want to go. And I was like, ooh, me too. I don't believe it either. And they put us in that damn dome. And I wanted to get back in that thing all weekend. I didn't get to get back inside of that dome. All weekend I wanted to get in that thing. So it was pretty awesome. Swervo, did you even get it? Did you get to go in there? I think Ben went in there. A lot of people went in there. It was really cool. We had a great weekend. We even had people recognize us all the way on the other side of the damn United States of America. So that was pretty damn cool. And ever since then, we've been chilling. I mean, we hung out with Conor McGregor a couple of weeks ago. How about that one? That's crazy.
Mike,
So,
we have not only I'm back. We're waiting for
I was filibustering.
Yeah, we are.
But it's all truth.
So Swervo, we're swerving right now a little bit. So we're dealing with a little something. So, but anyways, that dome, since that dome, we talked about it, met Connor, we got new sponsors, all kinds of good shit's happening. Mike got a new job. You know what I'm saying? Mike is now a supervisor of people in our facility, which that supervisor job drove him up a fucking wall today. And that's why
I had a great time.
That's why the entire day went in a blink of an eye, because Mike never stopped since he walked in the facility this morning. Good things are happening. I'm telling you, get on over to Rasha, therasha.com, or at Rasha Revolution on Instagram. So anyways, we're waiting for our first guest to come on. And we're excited to talk to her. Last night we talked to Jade Masson Wong. If anybody didn't see the show last night, it is difficult to not like Jade. Am I right?
Yeah, difficult to look at her too.
But I'm saying that she is like sweet. She's nice at all times. She has crazy weird not weird. She has crazy, like, you would see her tattoos and think that she's a fucking psychopath, which she might be. She fights bare knuckles. She could be completely off her rocker.
She told us the first time she came on that she enjoys pain.
Yeah.
She loves horror movies. She's got a sleeve of tattoos that show people getting killed in horror movies.
She has a pinup girl tattooed on her thigh with the arm ripped off, laying on the floor next to the pinup.
Yeah.
And
she rides motorcycles fast everywhere she goes. She's an adrenaline junkie. She's a wild child. That's for sure.
But we get her on the show here. We ask her, is everything is it all respect? She had nothing but nice things to say about Christine Ferea. All respect. So there's no animosity here. Maybe when we get Misfit on here, she'll be like, you know what? I don't buy that pretty girl sweet act. I see your tattoos. I know you like pain, and I'm going to fucking deliver it right down your goddamn throat. That's what she's something like that, maybe? That sound like Misfit?
I can see her saying something like that, maybe halfway to that. Maybe not all the way that far, but halfway to it. I think she may say something like that. because, remember she was calling Beck a pillow princess, which I found very funny. I damn near dropped the camera when she said that. It made me laugh pretty hard. I was trying to like keep still while I'm holding the camera, and she said pillow princess, and I almost started laughing.
I don't even know what a pillow is. Is a pillow princess similar
I didn't
to
know
a
at
Joy
first
Boy?
what it was, but when she said it, it made me laugh because I kind of like she just said it out of the blue. Do you remember? At BKFC 41, Kyle's interviewing her and she goes, "Oh, Beck Rollins, she's a pillow princess." And I almost lost it right there. A pillow princess is just, one of those do nothing. Let's just get right to it.
Oh, a dead fish? Is it a dead fish?
Just get in bed and just lays there. That's what it is. We're just gonna
that's
cut
a
to the
dead
chase.
fish.
Okay? I'm not gonna beat around the bush.
Princess.
That's what she meant. But
so over on Instagram, I wanted to shout out everybody that's watching. Of course, we got all our regulars over here on Instagram and on Facebook and YouTube. Falcon09 and Absent Minded, the Cali boys. Shout out, Let's Go Boy. They're out there. Joe Ivy, Megan, Swervo, Big Ben, Julie Holder, Hitson. But over on Instagram, we got we got fucking Lardy Navarro, Cito himself. You got Eddie Alvarez jumped in there for a minute. I don't know if he's still there. Carter from Lab 111 Pro. Team Ibarrola, Justin Ibarrola is watching on Instagram right now. If do we want to swerve and see if he wants to come in?
Get him in here. Let's get him in.
All right, let's do that. I'm gonna mute myself for a second.
Mute yourself.
All right.
Jeez, god damn it. So we never get rid of that guy.
Let's go, boy.
Shout out, Let's Go Boy. So if anyone was paying attention last week, Friday, I went on a podcast and we watched the fights, Elvin Brito, Jake Lindsay, amazing fight night. We didn't really talk too much about this. There were some pretty damn good fights on this card. I did feel bad for Pringle. We did have a good time with him. I do like the guy. We've hung out with a couple times.
Pringle,
I felt bad about that fight.
He's a super nice guy, but the way he was trying to get up, he almost looked like Bambi legs, didn't he? Like his arms.
Oh yeah, he was.
His arms
did not
looked like Bambi
up,
legs. It was crazy, dude.
Damn, I didn't realize Ibarrola would be on that fast. Look at this guy; he's right in there.
So why don't we do this, guys? We're gonna call an audible for a minute. We're gonna switch our second guest with our first guest, and we're gonna go ahead and bring in Joy Boy Ibarrola in a second here, right, Mike? Go ahead.
Yes, we are. We're gonna bring Joy Boy on in just 1 second, but before we do that, this.
What a fucking night that was, Justin. Hello, welcome to the show, Justin. Joy Boy Ibarrola in the house. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Hey, thanks for
Doing
rolling with
awesome.
the punches with us, because the beauty of doing a live podcast is sometimes the guests have to switch some things up, and we appreciate the shit out of you for being ready to go. Welcome, 4-0, undefeated, back in action September 13th. How we doing, Justin?
Feeling really good, man. Honestly, if I'm going to be completely honest, I don't even feel like I'm fighting in 3 weeks. That's how
Really?
smooth it's going right now.
So let me ask a guy like yourself, do you put on a lot of weight? Do you change your diet up? Do you change your lifestyle up much in between fights, or is it kind of like nothing? Everything's the same for you right now?
I'll put you in a little backstory real quick. When I was an amateur fighter, my first fighting nickname was Chubby.
Chubby.
Now, it wasn't because I was chubby. It was because I'd fight like in the amateurs, I was fighting like 140, but I'd be walking around like 158. So my coach would always just give me shit. Oh, look, it's chubby there. It's chubby there. Like, and I was always eating something. I was in the gym, always had food in my hand. So that was a little joke, like back in the amateurs about me. Even now, they still call me chubby. Even now, they make fun of me when I'm eating food in the gym. But I love food, man. Of course, I put on some weight in between these fights. But come fight time, I'm very disciplined. I'm very disciplined. I know what I got to do. I know my own body. I've been doing this for 5 fights. I know what it takes to get my body down to that weight. So it's like that's the last thing I worry about in my camp. I'm not, I'm looking at the number every day, but I know how to gauge things.
Right. You know what it is, in like male, no offense to the females out there, it is easier for us to lose weight. Like I can lose 10 pounds in a day, easy. Yeah. And if you just start eating cleaner, drinking more water, resting, maybe an intermittent fast in between here and there, you could easily lose 2-3 pounds a day every day for fucking 3 weeks straight anyway. So am I kind of on there?
Yeah, pretty much. Honestly, like, I don't know if I want to wrap myself out about my weight from my last fight, but let's just say, I just got done eating some crumble cookie and Chick-fil-A 30 minutes before hopping on here. So,
oh my God, that sounds so good.
If Mike had a little more time in his day, he would have got some crumble cookie.
I would eat. That's why I'm withering away.
Yeah.
I don't have time to eat.
Justin, yeah. I don't know if you saw last night's show, and I know you did. I don't know why I said that. You were in the comment section. You were listening to Justin Street. We got to talk about this. Your opponent has a lot to say. He's got a lot of experience, and he was not afraid to just say all kinds of shit last night on the show. What were you thinking? What was going through your mind as the other Justin, Mr. Street, was saying the things he was saying on the show last night?
I couldn't stop laughing, honestly. That shit was fucking comedy to me. I mean, like, every 85% of fighters, want to put on this tough man, like, mask on and talk all their shit and prove that they're this dog and prove that they're this fucking man on the street. And I find it humorous, honestly, because I have nothing to prove. I don't have to show people that I'm some tough guy. I'm Joy Boy. I'm changing the game of fighting. That's why they call me Joy Boy. I'm showing people that you can be fun, you can be silly, you can be a fucking nerd and still whoop ass. Like, I dye my hair and you can't say shit because I'll kick your ass.
What does a win over Justin do for you? It moves you to 5-0, but what do you think that does for you within the ranks of the bantamweight division? Do you think you're right there in the conversation after that? Or is there somebody, not looking past him, but is there somebody that you would want after him?
Honestly, I kind of just gave up on like thinking about who's next. Whoever's next has their time coming. It doesn't really matter. It could be number 1 seed, number 2 seed, number 4 seed, 5 seed. It could be the champ. It can be another Justin Streets who thinks he's the shit after winning one fight. Like, I don't care. At the end of the day, I'm gonna have fun. Like, I want the title, of course, but I'm not chasing the title. I'm here to just do my thing. Keep impressing Dave, keep impressing the whole BKFC staff, keep impressing you guys. Like, the more I impress you guys, the more I impress the fans. That's all that really matters to me.
Keep impressing McGregor.
Keep impressing McGregor.
That's right. The last time you were on here, you were fresh off of McGregor sharing your stuff. And yes, we're going to talk about him a lot. I don't know if people get sick of that or what, but he is and is going to be a huge part of this company now going forward. And I think it's pretty amazing, how much of an impact he has. We just showed a little bit of footage from the night before the fights at Sturgis. That was Bad Wolves.
That was the night before. That's awesome.
That was the night before. Right where that guy was singing is where the ring was the next day. And that Kyle handed him the BKFC belt and he held it up. And then the next day, the fights happened and Connor came there and we talked to him and he said he is taking this thing to the moon. What does it mean to you when you hear somebody like Conor McGregor, who is the biggest star in combat sports, say something like that?
I mean, that's just super cool to be a part of, honestly. Like, what makes me love it more is how engaging Connor is, because a lot of guys that they'll buy into something or they'll put their name on something, but they're not engaging. And Connor, you can clearly see how engaged and how much he actually loves the sport. So just him pushing the fighters, I mean, that's amazing. I think that's awesome. I mean, I was a little jealous of Kai Stort for chugging a beer with him before me, but I'll have my time.
Well, we've said this many times on the show. We love him or hate him. If any of the fighters on the roster want to grow their brand, just watch what Kai is doing and follow his lead. You might think he's a douche, you might love him, but this fucking dude is at every single event that we go to. He is at every single event. I don't know if he's getting sponsors or if he's paying, his sponsors are paying for it or he's paying for it or whatever. But even before he was champion, we would see him at events, taking pictures with people, signing autographs, just acting like a superstar until he becomes a superstar. And he's
like that about him. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man.
I realized that pretty quickly. So I actually just got done booking my plane ticket to Spain, because you're definitely going to see me ringside of that fight.
Nice. Good move.
That's a good move. That is definitely a good move, because pretty sure McGregor will be there. That's going to be a giant card in Spain. So you got great fights. You got Feldman's going to be there. Arena. McGregor's going to be there. It's in a bull arena. Yeah. Did you see that arena?
That's I had a book. This is it's actually going to be my first time out the country.
Oh man,
I feel like this is the perfect opportunity to get out of there.
You already got the passport. Awesome. The passport's all set, or what?
I've had my passport for 4 years now and never used it. Good man. Once.
You know who out of the 3 people on this show right now, you know who doesn't have a passport? Fucking moron.
Me.
Wait, this guy.
Yep, that guy right there. I'm like, it's not super hard. Just fucking go do it, Mike. It's easy.
Just don't feel like doing it. Don't feel like it.
Just do it and you'll forget about it. And then
I don't feel like doing it. No, I actually just went and did it the other day.
Oh, did you? Finally. I was gonna say, what if the BKFC was like, hey guys, we want you to go to the Bulgaria card. Can you make it? And we'd have to be like, well, only half of us can, because the other one can't make it to the fucking post office.
Kyle will go to Bulgaria alone.
I will.
I would love to go to that Spain card, though. Holy smokes.
Justin, we talked about Street, but in preparation for Street, he is, even though he only has one fight in the BKFC, he does have a lot of MMA experience. He has boxing experience. He had a long amateur boxing career. I'm sure you do your research, or your team does research on your opponents. Are you training any differently for Justin Street than you have for your first 4 opponents, or are you just picking things from one fight to the next and just trying to like mold yourself into the right BKFC fighter?
I mean, obviously you got to watch film. So, when I found out I was fighting him, of course I watched his fight. But recently, all I've been doing, every time they send me an opponent, I watch their fight one time, and I'm perfectly complacent with what I'm about to do to them. So, like, I was watching the interview yesterday. He said he's 11-4 pro MMA. I don't know where he got that fucking number in his head, but I do my research, and I'm pretty sure he's 4-7 in MMA pro. So, maybe he's still living on his high horse in the amateurs, but it don't work like that here. And, that guy's just not going to take my power, bro. Like, you heard Sean Wheelock and Chris Lytle talk about me against Rick Caruso, like during the fight. Rick Caruso's one of the toughest guys at the 135 pound division. He might not be one of the most skilled, but he's one of the hardest guys to put down. I mean, Ryan Reber even had trouble putting him down. I mean, I put him down. I mean, all these guys couldn't put him down like I did, and I made the guy quit in 2 rounds. Like, my power is different. Like I said in the comments yesterday, I was like, I've never knocked anyone out cold. No, that's true. But I hit people so hard, they fall on their ass and they don't want to get back up. So for me, breaking you down mentally in that aspect is way more satisfying than knocking you out cold. Like, if I can get you to sit on the ground and say, hey, I don't want to get fucking hit by this guy again, that's a different type of skill that I love to talk about.
And it's funny, the way you just said that is one way to look at it. And then he was looking at it a complete other way. Did you hear what he said? He said, when the opponents that you hit sat down and were quitters, basically. He made it sound like the opponents were quitters, but you're saying that the power that your opponent just felt made them want to fucking stay down.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's funny. He looks at it a complete different way than you do.
Absolutely. But if you look at the history, look at Rick Caruso's first opponent, Abdio Velasquez, put him down in the first 5 seconds. He got up like 3 times that fight. Look at Ryan Reber, put him down 2 times. It was a doctor stoppage. That's how he won. He got up both times. Like, Rick Caruso has no problem getting the fuck up on his feet after getting knocked down, and he did not want to get his ass up against me. And that's what I keep telling people. Like, my power is different. You don't have to hit hard to knock someone out cold. It's more about precision. I hit fucking hard to where your cheekbone hurts, and you're like, fuck, I don't want to feel this again. That's the difference in my power.
Before you started fighting as a trained fighter, did you get into scraps at school or in the streets or anything like that?
Never been in a fight in my life.
Never
been in a fight in my life.
I was wondering if you were always like a power shot guy. Like, well, like, I don't know if you guys knew guys like this, but I had a few friends in high school that were just like one and done guys, like one shot and it's over kind of guys. If you're getting a fight in a party, he might not be the most skilled fighter, but if he lands one shot, he's knocking somebody out cold. I had a few friends like that. Yeah. I was wondering if you always had that power, but you developed that power through training, basically.
No, I've never, developed that power through training. And let me tell you guys, this time around, this training camp around, I've never hit harder in my life. You can see it from the mitt work. You can see it in the weight room. You can see it in my opponent sparring partners' faces. Like, the way I sit down on my punches right now, which is where most of my focus has been on this camp, is just different. The calluses around my middle 2 knuckles, you can see the difference in how these things stick out. Like, I've been training like a bare knuckle fucking fighter.
Yeah.
And no one's going to realize until this little pinpoint knuckle touches them in the chin.
Turning them things into weapons. Literally. So you think it's you think you're just developing, besides conditioning your hands, you're saying you're hitting the weights a little more? Are you lifting more nowadays than you had in the past?
Yeah, so I mean, I've never lifted a weight as far as training goes, ever in my life until the last 18 months.
Wow.
So it's been a working. It's been a project. You know, I've been lifting weights ever since ever since after my first bare knuckle fight.
Did you
And
see when you started lifting? Now it's funny. It's interesting that you say that because I joined the army back when I was 20 years old or 19 years old, right? So when I first deployed, I had just turned 21, and at 21 years old, I was a high school wrestler, and I was always an athlete. But like you, I never lifted weights. Never. I always just did. I would like whatever we did in wrestling. We did a lot of push-ups, burpees, squats, whatever. But when I got overseas, I started lifting for the first time in my life at 21, and I saw size go on me like in like real fast.
what
I got
happens. I've heard
did
that a lot about people like who
did
just
that
start.
happen to you?
I think if that happened to me, I'd be fighting at 155 right now. But the cool thing about the weight training that I'm doing is I'm building muscle, but I'm not putting on a ton of size, so I can still maintain my weight when it comes to getting to 135. So it's like, you know, I'm leaner, I'm stronger, I'm, you know, more defined and slightly bigger, but we're not over here powerlifting trying to put on too much size. You know, it's just natural size that just happens to pack on. And I work with a real I work with a freaking goat in the weight room. Like, I'm not working with, you know, my friend who lifted weights in college and is calling himself a strength coach now. I'm lifting with a 3-time world champion, a chick. She's a girl, but she's the fucking like sickest fucking woman I've ever met. She's got
I feel like we might know who this is.
Is it
yeah,
Steffi?
it's no,
No.
not Sniffy Cohen, no. So her name's Anne-Marie Sakurado. She's a 3-time world WBC champion. I
Okay.
mean, she trains with plenty of PFL guys, Bellator guys. Obviously, I'm the only bare knuckle guy she works with. She's worked with many people in the room, like many people on the big stages already. And I and the reason why I like to talk about that and take pride in who I train with is because, you know, I put myself there. You know, like I'm making that investment and I'm making that sacrifice to get the best quality work in. And and that's what I keep telling these guys. A lot of these guys are tough in the BKFC. A lot of these guys can fight, they can brawl, whatever, but they're not professionals. Not as professional as I am. Not as professional as I do things. So I'm always gonna have an edge in my fight.
So Rick Caruso is in the comments, and he says, "You caught me square. My head bounced off the mat. I didn't remember shit till the stitches. Had I gotten up, probably would have caught me cold. Good shit. You'll Merck Street easily." So
My guy.
he's you know what? You fought him. You won. He's giving you your flowers, as they say now, right? Is that that's
Appreciate that, my boy.
so?
Hey,
Hey, Rick Caruso, good friend of the show. Love that guy. He's awesome. You know, Rick Caruso announces fights, or at least he used to. So I'm watching this old event because I was doing some research, and I'm watching the fighters come to the ring, and the guy announcing the fights. I'm like, wait a second, is that Rick Caruso?
hey,
And
funny.
it was, dude. It was friggin' Rick Caruso announcing fights for like a regional MMA promotion. And I was like, what the hell? This guy's announcing fights in the ring like Jeff Houston.
I'll
Did you
say
know that?
one.
Did you know he did that?
Is that to me? Is that to me?
Yeah. Did you know that he did that? Did you know he
No.
friggin'
No, I
yeah,
didn't. I
he's a
didn't.
fight announcer.
Oh, that's cool. One thing I will like. One thing I'll say is like, there's, you know, there's a difference between being a tough fighter and a skilled fighter, right? So I'm not taking any credit away from anybody, but I want to say that there's two people that I'm aware of or that I've seen in 135-pound division, and I've seen a lot of them that are the toughest fighters in the division. They might not be the most skilled, but they're the toughest. And when I say the toughest, they can take a fucking hit. They're willing to get back up, and they're willing to fucking brawl their asses off all over again. And those two fighters, I fought both of them. My first fight, you got what's his freaking name?
Aguero.
Gilberto Aguilar.
Aguilar.
And you got my fourth fight, Rick Caruso. Those two guys just it's in the history books. Those guys are hard to punch down without them getting back up and fighting their asses off again. And I fought both of them, and I beat both of them. So, and keep in mind, the toughest one of all of them is Gilberto. That guy's tough as rocks. That was my first freaking bare knuckle fight. That should have been my third. That should have been Landon Williams. You know, when I got my feet wet, I got my feet wet with the fucking dog.
He ended up, didn't he? He went 4 rounds with Duran, right?
He went 4 rounds with Duran, and Duran made him quit in the corner. Dude. Yeah, Duran made him quit in the corner. Duran knocked him down. He got up, and Beast, that's why I keep telling these people. These people are saying, "Who'd you fight? Who'd you fight? Who'd you fight?" I'm like, dude, did you forget my first 2 fights? My first fight was my debut. I hit this guy with the cleanest right hand out of all my opponents. And he just kept walking forward. Duran had a hard time stopping him, and that was Duran's 4th fight. I'm not discrediting Duran. I'm just speaking facts. And then Anthony Foy was my 2nd fight. We were both 1-0 at the time. You know, he was more of an outside boxer.
Yes.
And I beat him. My first 2 fights were the toughest fights out of anyone in the freaking on the roster right now. Everyone had easy, clean win fights their first 2 fights.
Yeah, Anthony Foy is not somebody that like just runs into the fight, starts swinging, goes crazy, you know, throws caution to the wind. He definitely he fights and he knows what he's doing. When he fought Reber, you can tell Reber was not trying to go in there. Like given where Reber is on the
his arms
rankings,
are freaking like almost 80 inches long. Like,
yeah, he does have a long reach. He stays outside. He picks his shots. When he fought Reber didn't have to fight him, but he took that fight. It was in his hometown, so he took that fight. If he would have lost that fight, he's gone. He's gone from the title. You know what I mean? So like that guy's not a guy that you just want to fight just because, you know. So I do think a lot of people. Here's the thing with bare knuckle. It is still new. Yes, it's at 6 years now. Started in 2018. Lost some time due to COVID. Even though they did do some events, whatever, but people like to look at everyone's stats. They go in, they say, oh, this person's record over here, or this person's record over here, which it does count a little bit. It does. But these are tough guys. Like you were saying, like people look at them and go, oh, what's this guy done? What's this guy done? And it's like, look at like 75% of the roster. It's a new sport. A lot of people haven't done much, but if you watch the fights, you have to see the fights. You have to see the way that these people are. Okay, one guy might not be the best fighter, but they got fucking hell of heart. You know what I mean? You can't teach heart, and you can't put them down. You might be fighting them for 5 rounds and they can barely hit you, but that's fucking scary. You're fighting a guy, you're getting tired, you're hitting him with all your best shots, and he just keeps coming back. You're like, holy shit. People just like to just judge, and don't like to give anybody credit for anything. And it does get sickening after a while. And covering the sport.
The only reason I became so passionate about that topic and like really telling people how it is I just have people on fucking Instagram just commenting under my shit. And I'm like, dude, I could rant back and forth with you in the comments and make you feel like an idiot. But it's like, there's too much of that going on right now. Honestly, you know, I guess in bare knuckle, people don't like a good looking face. They want to see the fucking meatheads and knocking each other out. And, you know, whatever. I'll just keep proving them wrong. I don't care.
They want to see the Travis Thompsons of the world. We love you, Travis. They want to see
Travis.
People in the comments were bringing up Travis Thompson's name when you were bringing up who the toughest guys at 135 pounds. He says, "What about Travis? Travis is definitely one of the longest running tough guys in that division for sure. He's not putting him down."
Jared Grant stopped Travis, and I think Ryan Reber stopped Travis. No, they went 6 rounds.
They went 6 rounds.
Jared Grant stopped him. Jared Grant, like, I have a good relationship with Jared Grant. Like,
he's the only one to stop him, though. As far as putting him down.
Jared Grant knows what I'm about, and he knows I'll stop Travis too. I don't think Travis is tougher than Gilberto.
A question from the audience: do you want to shout out your manager? Do you have a manager? Because the comment says, "Who's Ibarrola's manager? He needs props for managing him correctly and scaling his opponents and giving him a win streak."
I've been managing myself my last 4 fights.
There you go. Good
I've been
job.
negotiating my own contracts my last 4 fights. So
Wow.
there you go. I'm a
There you-
fucking I'm a businessman. I'm not just a fighter. You guys don't understand. Like I'm 1 in a million on the fucking BKFC roster. And this is why this is where people get confused. Why is, Dave Feldman pushing this guy? Like why who has he fought? Everyone wants to talk shit because they see him on the rise. But I'm fucking smart.
Dude, and this will be your 5th fight in a little over a year, right? April 2023 was your debut.
Yep.
April to April, May, June, July, August. So September. So it'll be 15 months total or something like that. Like
5 fights in 15 months. That's not bad, right?
yeah, that's a
That's
fucking
pretty good.
That's a hell of an active
You don't look like
role.
you got any kind of crazy damage going on or anything
Nothing,
like
man.
that, if any. Yeah, that's
Right. So you're doing great, man.
good. You put all those. Listen, this is what people say. I read the comments. I'm in there. We've been reading the comments for years, just like you were saying. People are in there like, oh, bare knuckle. That's not something you could do long term. You get too many cuts. It's like 2 or 3 fights and you're done. Your career's over.
They don't
It's
know
like, dude, you
anything.
don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Why you
Yeah,
even say
man.
that?
Yeah.
man.
You can go over to MMA and get kicked with a shin in between your
Yeah.
in your eyes, in between your eyes, and
Someone
look
could
like
hit
a
you with a
bullet hit
baseball
you in the
bat across
fucking
the
face.
chin.
Don't, speaking about that, like honestly, my first fight, I got really nervous. Like I got hit in the eye in the second round by Gilberto, and I still think about it to this day. Like my eye, I couldn't see shit out of my right eye for the next 2 rounds. I thought I was fucked. I was like, yo, I better not lose my vision on my first bare knuckle fight. It was scary. That was a scary experience.
We hear
Is
that
that
a
the
lot
only
from
is that
people.
the only time you felt like you got at all rocked in a BKFC fight so far? Would you even say you got rocked, or did he just hit you correctly in the eye to fuck your
He
equilibrium
hit
up?
me correctly in the eye. I still had my feet underneath me and everything. I was still moving around. I mean, like I said, I'm smart. A lot of people, if you watch the fight, you won't even realize what happened when I got hit. But I start moving, I start fainting, I keep him guessing while I'm under that state. And like this is what people don't understand, man. They're so
That
one
shit's scary,
directional
dude.
with their fighting. Yeah, yeah.
It's
But
just
the
scary.
only
Do you remember when Martin Brown fought Luis Palomino? Martin Brown,
Knucklemania 2 main event.
Knucklemania 2, Luis Palomino popped him in his eyeball. He hit him right in the fucking eyeball.
In the first round.
First round, hit him, just didn't rock him, but he said his knuckle hit him right on the ball, hit him right on the eyeball, and it fucked his equilibrium off for the rest of the fight.
Yeah, you
He
could
said
tell
his
'cause he fell a
his
couple
depth
times in that fight.
perception. He said he had his feet under him. He felt like he could fight, but he couldn't tell how close or far
yeah,
Palomino was to him.
that's how
And
I
you
felt.
can if you go back and watch that fight, you can tell he's telling the truth because he was like swinging and missing by like a foot and a half.
And he
And
tripped. And he had
yeah,
tripped a couple of times in the
he
fight
kept
too.
tripping
which
over
is-
his own feet because he was
Yeah.
like stumbling. He thought he was gonna land a shot on Palomino, but
I gotta
Palomino
watch
was
that fight. But
yeah,
that's how I felt, bro. I felt like I couldn't hit this guy after getting hit in the eye. I was like, how far are you actually? Because it looks like you're right in front of my fucking face.
that shit's crazy, man.
Yeah, it is.
And I was seeing
it
like
is
3 of
nuts.
them, literally a freaking mirage. Like, I thought that was just like something you see on the internet, but no, I literally saw a mirage of Gilberto's out there, and I was like, which one do I? I was like, which one do I hit?
Hit the one, like Mick says in Rocky, hit the one in the middle.
Yeah,
Right? I see 3 of them, Mick. Hit the one in the middle. That's fucking awesome. I gotta tell you, man, you're a completely different demeanor than your opponent. Last night we had Justin Street on here. He was all fired up. Did you hear, like, what are your thoughts when you hear him say that John Dotson ain't shit? Like, that one threw me off. I was like, whoa, okay. He said John Dotson basically
I told
needs
you I
to-
was laughing the entire time.
He
Justin
said-
Street coming to kill somebody. man.
Yeah, he did.
ain't
He's very
playing.
confident, and we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm
dude,
very interested in this fight now for sure. So, what do you think about those comments?
I mean, dude. I mean, like I said, it was just I was laughing. He said they call me Joy Boy because I'm a clown. He looked like a fucking idiot on his interview yesterday, just rambling on. I think I don't know, man. I mean, the guy's missing 2 fucking teeth in the front of his mouth. Who knows?
Well, I got to tell you, I was entertained. I like
What
talking.
really got me was him saying, I might make it to the third round, and if I do, I'm not making it out the third. That one got me. I was like, do you realize how untouchable I am, first of all? Do you see this face? Do you see bruises and scars? No. Like, when was the last time you saw me get hit in a bare knuckle fight out of my last 4 fights? Like, come on. Like, I don't just go in there to brawl and let you hit me. I go in there to make you miss. I go in there to keep you guessing. I go in there to frustrate you. I go in there managing my distance well. You saw it with Rick Caruso. Yeah, I had a hard time getting in. What did I do? I started dancing on his ass. He started getting frustrated. He started falling over his feet. And what did I do? I counted him and threw the right punch at the right time and got him off on his ass. Like the guys who ramble on the most, those are the guys I want to fight the most because they're fucking idiots.
Man. And this is why I love doing this show, and we have loved doing this show, because not just us, but everybody in the comments, it gets us hyped for the fight. Because, like, you see, I look at the ad and I go, oh yeah, I know both of you guys, so I'm excited to begin with because I'm just a fan of the sport to begin with, right? But listening to him talk yesterday and now you rebuttal what he's saying, it just makes it that much better. You know what I'm saying? Like, you listen to it, you hear the stories. I asked people in the comments earlier, like, who do you got in this fight? Is it going to be Ibarrola? Is it going to be Street? And we got Chris Garcia went in and he said, Bo Show, this is for you.
That's right.
And he even came back in here on another one on YouTube just to put it in there to let the people on YouTube know too.
I see that. That's sweet, my boy.
Yes, he did.
Yo, let's talk about how Justin Street got rocked 3 times by Anthony Sanchez. I'm sorry, Anthony Sanchez isn't a great fighter, and he doesn't know how to finish. Because if you get rocked by me, you're not getting the fuck back up. I'm gonna put you down, and that's it. So, I mean, I'm just speaking facts, and the fact that this guy calls himself the Nightmare, you can't call yourself the Nightmare if you can't put anyone to sleep. You only get nightmares in your sleep, and you're not putting me to sleep. So,
well, I think you got people excited about you. You moved to 5-0 here, and your name is very much in the conversation for like next big thing in the 135-pound division if it's not already. Before we wrap things up with you, we're gonna have Christine coming on in a few minutes, but we have an autographed photo of you that we're gonna give away. I don't know if you knew this. So here we go. The Extreme BKFC fans page, Russ and Country. Do you know those guys?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I love when he comes up to me with photos.
Yeah, those guys are great. They always do this, and they help us out. This photo,
that's Justin Street's head in that picture right there, cut off in my lap.
There it is. So all these people that are watching this show have to do, Justin, and don't give away the answer. You had given the answer to this the last time you were on this show. For those who want to win this poster, and by the way, Justin, check this out. I'm gonna fucking give away this bucked up bottle, a bag of fucking supplements, and a bucked up t-shirt to go along with your autographed photo. So the Mike and Missionaries are getting hooked up tonight. All you guys got to do is tell me this. From what anime series did Joy Boy take his nickname from? It's super easy. All you got to do is get in the comments section. First person to drop that in the comments. What anime series is Joy Boy from?
Question. That's a good question.
There it is. I mean, if they saw your last interview with us, they would know the answer to this, or they can just Google Joy Boy and it would pretty much pop right up first thing. So if you guys want that, there it is. Wow, that was quick. Anthony Camacho, bing, bang, boom. One Piece is the answer. That's Joy right. Boy. One Piece is a fucking awesome series, by the way. Awesome. I got into it watching it, the live action one.
Oh yeah, a lot of people. Dude, One Piece took over the freaking country.
It did, and I didn't even know anything about. Like, honestly, I'm not a big anime guy, so I didn't know anything about the series. But after watching the live action one, me and my 2 sons started watching the anime series, and we watched a bunch of those too. It's fucking dope as hell.
It's funny,
And,
you guys told me that Keith Richardson was a One Piece fan too. And when we fought on the same card, we were in the fucking locker room just going at it about our favorite animes. That was funny.
yeah, he's a big anime guy for sure. Yeah, man. Awesome talking to you. Thank you for coming back on here. We're going to give you a moment here. You get the floor for 1 minute like we always do. You can say anything you want to say to Justin. You can say anything you want to say to your sponsors, your fans, the people in the audience here. Go ahead. This is your time.
Fuck Justin. I don't got shit to say to him, so I'll just shout out all my sponsors real quick. My biggest sponsor of this upcoming fight, we got Josh Adams. He's honestly been coming to all my fights, tries to get the best seats right off the bat. He's getting into the fitness world. He started his company Adams Total Fitness. So he's starting to do some private training for people. Obviously, Kids Kickstart. Let's talk about them because they're really trying to make a difference in kids' lives, bring in education through technology, trying to help people who aren't as fortunate. Really pursue, how did he say it? Online literacy, or I don't want to screw up the words, but that was it. If you're ever hurt in an accident, slip and fall, call Joe, 561-716-2496. Delray Beach Boxing Club, of course, my #1 supporters from day one. Also the gym I train at here in Delray Beach. And I want to welcome a new sponsor of mine who gets me fresh. And, it's been a week or two. I need to go see him again. But Rosado, shout out Pasquale for tightening me up when I need you on fight night. So those are my big guys right now. Shout out to my best friend, Nick, with Tidal Water Sports. If you want to learn how to wakeboard here in South Florida, hit him up.
I love it, man. Thank you so much for coming on here. You know what? You guys can't survive without those sponsors. I think it's important that you shout them out.
Super appreciative of all of them. I don't deserve it, honestly. I keep telling people, I'm like, I don't know why you like me this much to even do this, but thank you.
They see potential, man. They put their money where the potential is, and they see that you're on a trajectory right now. And another victory, September 13th, BKFC 66. Friday the 13th, Hollywood, Florida. Mike and I will be there.
Nightmare Street on Friday the 13th, Freddy Krueger style.
I'm gonna bring the nightmare. I'm gonna bring the nightmare to the nightmare.
You're Jason Voorhees. He's Freddy Krueger. Is this what it's gonna be?
A little Freddy versus Jason on Friday the 13th. I love it. Awesome, man. Mike, you got anything else for Justin before we wrap up with him?
Yeah, like I said earlier, you guys have successfully made me, and I'm sure many other people, excited to see this fight. There are a lot of other good fights on this card. We will be there, so I cannot wait. We'll be there. We'll get there in time for the weigh-ins, the fights. It's going to be awesome. Everybody else, you better be tuned in. Ibarrola versus Street, September 13th, BKFC 66 in Hollywood, Florida, one of the best venues there is to watch Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. You better be tuned in on the BKFC app. Thank you so much for coming on, Joy Boy. I was just sorry. I just looked down. I see Misfit is in the green room, but her camera is not quite on. You are welcome back anytime, my friend. We will see you in Florida very, very soon. I can't wait because it's going to start getting cold here and the cold weather suck. Everybody else, stay tuned. When we come back, we will be joined by the Misfit.
Later, Justin.
Christine.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Later.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to the show, Misfit. Look at all those memories we've had together. Look at that, huh?
Yep. No, the boy is the cutest.
Yeah, he's an animal. And you know what, Misfit? He is now a starting tight end and a starting defensive end for his football team, and his season
He's very
starts
confident.
Sunday.
He's
Yeah,
a very confident kid. So I mean, I don't have any doubt in him at all.
he's doing
Christine, we've met you
Yeah.
like 100 times. We've seen you, and I've never even thought about doing what he did. Never, not one time.
No, that the confidence in that boy, he had no fear in his eyes. He was just toe to toe with me, and yeah. I have no fear for that kid. He's gonna beat
He-
the hell out of people in
good.
whatever he does.
He had the best night of his life that night and the following night at the event. But hey, you're back, and where are you right now? What are we looking
I
at?
just
here?
got this is where I meditate and stuff. I got done sparring and came over next door to a place next door. So sorry about
The
being
red
late,
light special, like
guys.
TLC.
Right,
said.
yeah,
All
yeah.
good enough.
Anthony Camacho says you're in some red light therapy right now. Mike says red light special, but either way, you're
whatever.
here.
I'm simple-minded. I'm sorry.
Listen, I've been to the red light district in.
I'm gonna give a red light special on September 6th.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna paint her all in blood. Don't even trip, guys. She likes that blood though, doesn't she? She likes
She
that blood.
does.
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna paint her in her own.
It's so funny that you're saying that, because earlier in the show we were talking, and I'm like, man, last night Jade was on here, and she was just like the sweetest person. She had nothing but nice things to say. It's hard to get mad at a person like her.
Right.
You look at her; she looks great. She's
Right.
sweet. I was like, I wonder if Misfit will be like, you know what? I see right through your fucking good girl act. I'm gonna put my fist through your
Oh.
mouth. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. There's no mercy in this. There's no mercy when it comes to signing the contract against me. There's no friendship. There's no niceness. You're coming for what I've earned, what I've worked hard for trying to take away from my family, trying to take food out of my mouth. I don't forget that shit. And when I toe the line with you, when we're going to the weigh-ins, when it's mental warfare all the way until the fight. Once you sign that dotted line, I'm coming for your throat. I'm coming for everything about you. I don't have any mercy on anyone I face. I don't care. I'm going to retire the champion.
You know what's crazy about you, Christine, is that you continue to get better fight after fight after fight. And now here you are. Once again, you're about to walk to the ring for the 10th time. I don't know how many title defenses this is now. I'm sorry. I don't know off the top
4.
of my head.
Well, this will be 5.
4. I was going to say 4 or 5.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Like nowadays, we see the training videos. You're always fucking 100% in the gym, but you always seem to be doing something to get a little bit better. What is it that, what is it that's different about you? What would you say is different about you than all these other girls out here that you're still getting better after all these years and all the success?
It's crazy because I do get better every fight, and I see myself getting better. Even in sparring, I'm sparred with higher level competition, and I'm able to hold my ground. So even though I'm getting older, I'm getting smarter, and I'm learning how to, utilize the skills and the experience I have in the ring with the younger girls that they don't have the experience and they don't have the power that I have, and they don't have the commitment or the sacrifice or the IQ or the discipline or the confidence or the there's just so much I have to myself that I've gained over the years that I'm at my peak. I'm at my best right now. No one's going to beat me right now. I'm unbeatable at this point. I know I'm not too old right now, and I know that I'm old enough and more experienced in the game than most people, and it's my time right now. It's my time, and nobody's taking it from me. And school's going to be in session September 6th.
At what time in your fighting career did you finally just say, like, that's it, no more bullshitting, I'm going all in with this? Because you've dabbled. I mean, you did great for a while, even outside BK. You did awesome. But there's
Mhm.
some point in where you finally said in your life, like, that's it. I'm going all in. Nobody is going to get in the way. When it's time to train, it's time to train. When it's time to
Right.
fight, it's time to fight. Like, I can tell
Mhm.
your focus is different and you
Yeah.
can see it, you know?
Right. Um, I just know, like, I've been through times in my life where I've, maybe put off training for somebody, or put something on the back burner for somebody. But and I just noticed that, first of all, that gets no respect from anybody. Like, in the end, you put something on the back burner. In the end, they're gonna burn you anyway. They're gonna fuck you over, or if you lose, they're gonna leave your life anyway. So that's where I learned that I got to put myself first, no matter what. I have dreams. People respect success. People respect somebody who is the best at what they do. And either way, like, if you're in my life, you're going to respect what I do, what I like to do, what my passions are. I want to be the greatest of all time. And anybody that's around me knows that. And I'm not scared of losing anybody. I'm not scared of, you know, putting myself first, because if I treat myself right, if I put what I love first, I'm gonna take care of everything around me. If I take care of myself, I'm gonna take care of my people around me. So everything goes hand in hand. I just learned a lot, you know what I mean? And I put myself around. I'm at TMT gym with Otis, with Kai, surrounded with Mayweathers, and surrounded with other high level elite fighters. My sparring partners, Ray, JoJo. These guys are the real deal. They're beating the shit out of me. I don't win in the gym. I look tired all the time. I look like I'm getting my ass whooped. I look like, what is wrong? Like, that's the champion? You know why? Because I push myself to the brink every fucking time I train. I am trying to get better at everything I do. I don't want to be in there beating someone's ass. Oh, don't give me a sparring partner that I can beat up. No. I want sparring partners that can whoop my ass. Because when I get in that ring, um, she's not going to be a problem to me. I'm fighting somebody. I'm sparring somebody that does exactly what she does, but faster and stronger than her. That's what I've been doing all camp.
You
You,
had told
you've
us in the past
you've
you
said that
you
from the beginning too.
you never spar women, right? You always spar men, right? Is that still true
Right,
to this
correct.
day?
Yes, I did. I did incorporate Ava Knight. She's a world champion. She's a
Okay.
phenomenal boxer, very tough, a dog. She's like probably the only female that I'd ever allow in my camp. Um, no drama, just straight up hard working dog. And hopefully she comes over to bare knuckle, man. I hope, because that girl's gonna, you guys are gonna love her. But yeah, I've had her half my camp. She's phenomenal. And of course, I'm always sparring men, so predominantly men, and I'm finishing up the camp with men.
Do you wish that you could fight more frequently? Like,
Of course, of course.
I mean, it must have been kind of a heartbreak when the Heather Hardy fight fell out, because we talked to you a year ago, and
Mhm.
on here you said you wanted either Cyborg, Amanda Serrano, Heather Hardy, and then if you wanted to stay inside of BKFC, you wanted Jade.
Right.
You're getting Jade now.
Yeah.
But one of those other three names actually came onto your radar, and we were so excited to have it in our
Right.
home state over here. When that fell through, like, what was that like for you? I
Um.
just
I,
another one falls away,
the universe knows how to take care of me, and like, I just know it's my time, because everything always plays out the way it's supposed to. Um, I wanted that fight. I was getting ready for that fight. Me, me and my family, we had some bad news delivered to us during that time. We were fighting through it no matter what. Um, it sucked, but we were gonna take the fight anyway. Um, so I mean, it didn't happen, but there's reasons for everything, and I wanted that fight. Of course I want to make my money. Of course I want to make my money, dude. you know but things happen for a reason, and I took that on the chin. Sucked it up. I put a lot of money into that camp, a lot of time, sacrifice. I was in Airbnbs, had my sponsors, put me in Airbnbs, just investing so much in me, so many people, my coaches, over at TMT, and then a fight didn't, pull through. But this is it, I got to spend more time with my coach at TMT. I've been with him almost a year now. So I've really got to know him and his ways, and got better sparring and got, more consistent. So it just made this performance even better. Of course, I'm looking for that knockout. I want to be the first ever female in BKFC to KO, to sleep an opponent. So I think this is the fight, and I shoot for it every fight. I don't go for the knockout, but if it's there, it's there. And I really think that with my precision, my counters, my timing, and how I'm going to time that overhand right that she does, and she dips her head and she dips to the right. I think I got it. She's very repetitive, and she does the same thing all the time. That's all she knows. And she has that big right hand, that we've seen. We saw her drop Taylor. We've seen her, put down Gabby with her power. I know I could take that from her. I could take every one of her strengths and make it a weakness in my strength, and turn it around on her. So it's kind of like, it's a double-edged sword for her, because I'm going to take her strength and I'm going to actually knock her out with her own shit. So
Love it.
yeah,
She does have power in that right hand too. You're right though.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
I would say that the two women in that division that have legit knockout power are going to face each other September 6th.
Right. Absolutely. That's what I agree. I totally agree with that.
Would you say, without going into whatever was going on with you and your family back then, would you say that you were better off not fighting at that time, or was it kind of like a blessing in disguise that the fight fell through? Maybe you weren't in your 100% right mind.
It doesn't matter anything that's going on in my life. I will always be ready and focused to fight.
Okay.
But at the time, I needed to be there for that person. You know what I'm saying? I needed to be there. It would have sucked because I wouldn't have been able to assist in certain ways. But it doesn't matter what's going on in my life. You can throw any curveball at me, and I'm going to be ready fight night.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. I really do hope that you headline an event in Connecticut in the future, because yes. I'm going to tell you, I put it up, and Kyle too, and Mike from BKFC. We went around and put up so many posters of you guys in like all the bars and every single like lounge around here. There was like a print shop up the street from me, and that's what we were using to print out like all the posters and stuff. I had so many posters. There's actually posters, I swear to God, in our work where we work at our unit in the so we're in the military. We have a aviation unit that we work at, and there's like probably 300 and something people total that work there. There's still Heather Hardy versus Christine Ferea posters.
Oh my God!
In that facility, I saw one today. I saw one today.
Dope, yo.
Yep. So I saw one today hanging up on somebody's desk, and I was like, "Damn, that shit's still up.
Sick.
Keep it up." I'm not saying anything. Leave it up.
It's a collector's item now.
It is.
Yeah,
that shit is cool.
People want to see it. People want to see you fight. They are eager. Even my boss was so excited when it fell through. I thought he was gonna cry because I'd been talking about it so much. He's like, "Oh my God, what?"
So, hey, Christine, one of your biggest fans, one of our biggest followers on this show is also probably like the president of Misfit Nation. Her name is Joe Ivy.
Yes,
Joe Ivy says, Jade said last night that all the other girls were afraid of you, but she's not. What do you see in Jade that is different from the other girls that you fought?
Just like Mike Tyson said, on their couch, they can talk, they can have a game plan. They can be this, I'm not afraid of her, but when she gets in front of me and when she feels my energy, when I'm not nice, when I'm not being friendly, when she's not an opponent to me, she'll feel it. She thinks it doesn't matter. Any other girl that says they're not scared of me or whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm going to punch you and you're going to think a dude just punched you. It's not, I don't care. Oh, she says she's not afraid. She's not supposed to say a fighter's supposed to be like, oh yes, I'm afraid of my fight, the girl I'm gonna fight. This girl's having nightmares about me. Please. She knows damn well my skills. I'm way faster. I'm way stronger. I'm way more experienced. She knows deep down in her soul. The only hope that she probably has is that I'm getting old, which old lady strength is going to beat that ass. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if she's scared, if she's not scared. Skill doesn't matter. Skill, power, speed, I have it all. experience, IQ, reflex, counter. It doesn't matter. Scared, not scared, she's getting knocked out.
I love that you said old lady strength, because in the military, in the Army, I used to work out like a freaking gym rat maniac with this older dude. And when, at the time I was
You're
like
working out again. You're getting back at it. Come
I know,
on now.
I
Get
still
that
am.
fucked up.
I am. I'm back in there. But at 28 years old, I used to work out with this 53-year-old dude. And he would say, and pardon the word that I'm going to say, but he would say this, don't get offended, people. He would say, Mish, you have retard strength, but I have he would say, I have motherfucking old man strength. And motherfucking old, he said MFOMS, that's what he would call it, motherfucking old man strength. And he was like, MFOMS beats retard strength every day of the week. And I was like, no way. And he would challenge me, and I would challenge him in the gym. And that old man was strong as fucking bull. And like he could go right in there with me. So old man strength, old lady strength, that's a real thing, people. That is real.
I love
science. That is science, baby.
I do love it. I don't know if I've heard many people actually use that. Like I haven't heard, not even people, females. I haven't heard a lot of females say old lady strength.
I'm different.
Old lady
I'm
strength.
different.
I've never heard it.
I'm different, baby. I'm different.
I love
Misfit,
it.
it's MFOLS. Motherfucking old lady strength. MFOLS.
That's right.
That's right.
We'll hashtag that shit tonight.
That is new. You have to use this. This has to become a new slogan for you.
Absolutely.
I love it. MFOLS.
Absolutely. I'm about to put the whipping on all these youngsters.
I love it. Hey, one more question from the audience here. Big Ben, Big Ben, big giant Ben, huge fan, and he's building the rings that you beat people up in.
Yes.
If you win this fight, who's next on your radar? Is there somebody like is it still the same names that you were saying before, or is there someone new?
I'm just gonna go take the 135 division.
Okay.
135 is on notice.
Huh?
The 135.
No, definitely. I mean, I'll keep my belt and see how I do at 135, and I'm pretty sure that'll be fine. And then then take it from there. And when I'm done torturing the women in combat sports, then I'll leave.
Joe Ivy's already starting the hashtag MFOLS. There it is. MFOLS.
It didn't take long. Here she is.
Didn't take long. There it is.
Okay.
Man.
Sorry,
ahead,
Kyle. I was gonna say not to be too cheesy or anything, and we did talk about this earlier, but I'm gonna take the opportunity to ask you about Rasha.
Yeah.
Because Rasha sponsors us. Yeah. Thanks to Jules, and thank you, Jules. Shout out to Jules. She is amazing. She has been doing wonderful for the women's divisions, and obviously very close to you, as we know. All right. So tell people about Rasha, because I feel like this is a perfect, because we say stuff all the time about it. And I always say like, this is anecdotal, but I'm telling the damn truth. I went in that.
Mike,
no, it is.
Did she know? Misfit, do you know that I told the lady that was telling me about Rasha out in Los Angeles, they went on to sponsor us because she made me a believer, but that lady was in the lobby of that hotel telling me all about what the Rasha does. And I said, I got to be honest with you. I think it's a fucking, I think you're selling snake oil here. I don't know if I believe any of this shit. I'm not a very spiritual person.
I honestly thought the same thing. Like, I was like, okay, I'll humor them, and try this out. I'm so glad that I have an open mind, because it's changed my life. And I'm a perfectionist. Like, everything has to be perfect. I need everything perfect in order. That's the type of person I am. I want to have, anyway. So I have performance anxiety because I always want to be perfect, blah, blah, blah. I started using the Rasha, and, usually you guys will see me before my fights. And I don't think if you've ever seen me smile in a fight or be loose, really. In the Beck fight, I was able to be very clear-minded, and I used the Rasha leading up through the whole thing. The performance anxiety was like cut in like half. I still have a little bit there, but I think it's more about the adrenaline feeling. But the performance anxiety, I was able to get loose, have a clearer head, even in my day-to-day life, it kind of like I have anxiety and all that bullshit. It helped me. It helped calm me down. And this is consistent use. I felt a little bit off the first, one use, a couple uses, and I was like, okay, this kind of like calmed me down a little bit and like maybe like dialed me down because I'm always so high strung and always trying to get something done, blah, blah, blah. But when I consistently used, oh man, I don't know the science behind it and the fucking, like, how Dr. Jer would explain the science behind what the sound waves do to your brain and how it works. But whatever it is, man, I didn't even know like sound waves could do that or what they do to your brain and how it gets into your cells and stuff like that. So I'm studying a lot about this stuff. I just don't know like on the doctor end how it's doing it, but I know that for on my end, it's been amazing, and my performances and my focus levels and my just how I can see things clear, a lot more clear.
I felt uncomfortable at first because Kyle's like, "Oh, I don't believe it," and I was like, "Me neither. Let's go in this.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong, please. I want to be proven wrong. I want to be."
Right.
So we went in there, and I felt uncomfortable probably for about 5, 6, 7 minutes, and I was like, "I don't know if I can get used to this." We're laying back in the chair.
Sounds and stuff. Yeah.
Right. It was weird at first, but then like I really was like, I was trying to believe in it. Like I was trying to. I was like, I'm gonna give it every chance I can. And then all of a sudden I'm zoned in. I made it there. I felt like I made it there. I didn't make it all the way. That's why we need to go back in for like I want to go in a half an hour in that thing. But like
I do an hour.
I was zoned in. I don't know what the hell was going on, but I was in another dimension. And when it stopped, I was like, oh my God, I don't know where I was going, but I loved where I was going. And then later on, like that day, we've been saying this, was awesome. We had a fantastic day. Every good thing that happened, I kept like busting Kyle's balls. I kept going, that's the Rasha, dude. That was the Rasha. Like we get a front row parking spot. That's the Rasha. We walk in and somebody recognized us at the was it
at the the comedy store.
The comedy store in LA,
Sunset,
on Sunset.
Yeah.
We went to go buy a beer. We turn around, some guy goes, I know you guys, Mike and Mish, BKFC. We were like, get the fuck. I said, did somebody hire you to say that? Like, are you serious? Like, come on. I'm in my basement right now doing a podcast. Take it easy, buddy. You know what I mean? But he recognized us, and I could not believe it. And we did Rasha that morning, and I was like, dude, there has to be something. Yeah. This is crazy.
Dude, and the thing is, it's like, when they first put me in there, they're like, okay, set your intention. What do you want to materialize? Sorry. What do you want to materialize? I have a freaking allergies, dude, like a mug. Anyway, what do you want to materialize? And dude, I'm just like the zone, I get it in how clear my visualization is. So I visualize my fight from the beginning to the end, like every single scenario. And you know what's crazy is things are revealed to me. Like I'll just be like doing my regular visualization I do from the time I walk into the stadium to the time I leave, to the press conference, everything. I play out everything. And things will pop in my head about my opponent. And I don't know if it's like universe or what the hell it is, but like things that will be like, oh, watch out for this. Like, or she did something in my visualization that I'm not scripting that I'm going to look out for. So it's just meditation, visualization. I don't know what it is with the sound frequencies. If it just keeps your mind so clear that you're able to take in, I don't know, dude. It's a trip.
It's wild.
It's hard to explain.
I can't explain it. I try.
Joe says in the comments, sounds trippy. Yes, it does sound trippy. It sounds like a little bit out of this world. Like we might all just eaten mushrooms and then went on a fucking trip together. But
we didn't.
We didn't. I swear, man. Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah,
very cool stuff, dude. And you know what? You're one of the new owners of BKFC. Conor McGregor has been preaching positive visualization and meditation for years. And he's this super badass ass kicker, but he spends an hour a day meditating and fucking positively visualizing what's going to happen next. And he's like one of the most successful people in the combat sports world.
And,
so
yeah, it's all manifestation, visualization. Materializing. all that stuff is real, dude. It sounds like hocus pocus shit. Whatever, dude. If you don't want to believe in it, good. Save it for me then. I don't care because that shit works.
It does.
By the time I get to the fight, I'm so comfortable because I've been there 400 billion times. I'm ready for everything. I'm ready, and I know what's going to happen. And I believe 100% that I will retire the champion. I will be the greatest of all time. No woman will ever match my energy. No woman will ever be able to match what I do in the squared circle. And I'm going to make sure of that. And I believe that wholeheartedly.
I think a lot of people believe that wholeheartedly too. There's nothing that you've done that would make anybody doubt anything that you're saying right now, Christine. Mike, do you want to bring that picture up real quick before we give away a photo?
Yes, I did. I got it. They sent Swervo just sent it to me. That's the photo with the guy that recognized us from.
So that dude right there.
No way.
Yo, Christine, that guy runs brobible.com. And
Okay.
Bro Bible's like a huge website. And he came over to us and he was like, "Hey, you guys are Mike and Mish, right?" We're like Mike said, he's like, "Get the fuck out of here." It's like, "Who told you to come over here?" And the guy's like, "No, I watch your podcast. I follow everything that BKFC does, and you guys are on their rep." And we're like, "Holy shit, that's so cool, dude!" And yeah, that was the day. That was the day we did the Rasha.
It's Rasha. That's right.
That's what it is.
That is
Hey,
Rasha.
we don't want to keep you too long. Before we let you go, Russ and Country from the Extreme BKFC fans page, they always hook us up. We have something to give away. This autographed photo of you, the champ, the pound for pound #1. We're gonna give away this photo, but we're also gonna give away a bucked up shaker bottle, some supplements, and a bucked up t-shirt. We're gonna give away all this shit right here to whoever can get their freaking Google fingers ready and answer this question. This is easy if you know how to do math. What is Christine Ferea's total combined professional combat sports record? Wins and losses, total combined professional record. She has fought a few different sports. Keep that in mind, people. Give us that answer in the comment section, and we will give you that poster, and we'll give you all this bucked up stuff. And in the meantime, while you guys are trying to come up with that answer and put it in the comment section, we'll give you the floor, Christine. Anything finally you want to say to your fans, your following, your supporters, your sponsors? This is your time. Take it now and go ahead and say whatever you want to say.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Raja, Savage Tip, Barber Orthopedic, KP Painting. I just want to thank everybody for participating in my camp, my sparring partners, TMT, Otis, Ava, Jojo, Ray, Jules, at BKFC, Mike Mish for putting me on, just everybody, Next Level Boxing. Just so many, there's so many people that are giving to me right now. Brawl Energy. I can't say them all right now, but everybody putting in on this, everybody supporting me, even my haters. Shout out to you motherfuckers too. Fuck you. You are my fuel as well. I have a few more years left, and we're gonna shine. And anybody that touches me, anybody that's associated with me, will be benefiting from that as well. And I'm not greedy. I'm not over here just thinking that whatever my success is, I just want it for myself. I want it for everybody in my team, everybody that surrounds me, everybody that supports me. Thank you. And September 6th, I'm coming in hot. I'm coming in violent. I don't want another decision. It's gonna be. I'm gonna put it on the line. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna take chances, and I'm going to get bloody if I have to. I'm gonna take some hard shots if I have to. But I'm gonna make this super exciting because I'm not gonna go out being super careful. You know what I mean? The 5-round fight with Beck and the fight before that. I don't like those performances. I want another Taylor Starling performance. I want another, Jennifer Tate performance. I want, something that, that I can be super proud of, and I need to outdo that for myself. And I promise you, September 6th, Jade's going to be the victim of that.
September 6th. I hate the fact that Mike and I can't make it out to Salt Lake City. We can't make them out to all of them. We won't be there, but we are hosting a watch party at Tom's Watch Bar at Mohegan Sun for you. You and John are going to put on a show for a big crowd of people in Connecticut at the Mohegan
Yes.
Sun. They're all going to come out and watch you. We'll be watching. I wish you could be there. Best of luck to you, Mike.
Wait, what?
Mike, do you have anything else you want to say to Christine?
Hey, thank you so much for coming on. I was
Thank
hoping
you.
you could make it tonight.
having
I
me.
was a little scared for a little bit, but we got Justin
I'm
on
sorry,
first and you
yes.
popped on. So I really
I
appreciate you
appreciate
coming
you
on.
guys filling that in. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. You know,
Thank
a
you,
lot of
guys.
people like to hear from you. You are the pound for pound #1, so of course they want to hear from you. And we cannot wait for this fight. Hope, just like Kyle said, I will repeat it. I wish we were going to be there, but we will not. But we will be in spirit. We will be watching. Everybody else, make sure that you guys are tuned in, because if you're not, you're insane. That's what I think. That's my professional review for you. You're insane if you don't watch this fight September 6th.
Yeah,
Ferea versus
I'd be
Masson
crazy.
Wong, Women's Flyweight Championship, BKFC 65 in Salt Lake City. Thank you so much, Christine, for coming on. As always, everybody else, stay tuned. We will be right back after
Thanks,
this.
Christine.
Take
Have a
it
good
Thank you,
one.
guys.
We have a winner, and he happened to fight our first guest that was on the show this evening. The winner of the Christine Ferea autograph plus bucked up combo pack that I'm going to send out is Rick Caruso. The correct answer is 22-3 as a combined professional record. Some of you guys were saying 9-1, 8-1, whatever. The question was total combined professional combat sports record. That means she fought kickboxing, she fought MMA, she fought BKFC. She is 22-3 with a 13-0 kickboxing record, 8-1 bare knuckle, and 1-2 in her time at MMA over at Invicta. So there it is, Rick Caruso with the correct answer, 22-3. It was great to talk to her. She is definitely one of the most dialed in athletes that we've had on this show. She really is. She lives like she preaches the championship mindset or mind state. And she really does live that shit, man. She for all the young up and coming fighters, female or male, if you want to learn how to fucking present yourself and conduct yourself. Not saying that anybody else is doing anything wrong, but Christine has done pretty fucking damn well for herself so far in her career here. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. She is the pound for pound best for a reason, and the reason is what she's doing. So watch what she does, follow what she does, listen to what she says, and you too could be #1 pound for pound one day. Probably not, but maybe.
Nah, man, I'm so excited about that fight. Jade, like I said, she came on. She's an extremely good fighter. She's got knockout power. She's a sweetheart. She's all that. But Christine's Christine. I cannot wait to see what happens in this fight. I feel like Christine is more dialed in than ever, but there's always that underdog shot. You know what I mean? That's where I hope everybody that's in Connecticut or New England, Rhode Island, Massachusetts area, if you can make it out to Mohegan Sun September 6th, we're going to be giving away a bunch of stuff as well. We'll have some bucked up t-shirts and supplement packs and all that stuff from our sponsors to give away. And we'll have a good time as always. Tom's Watch Bar has 100 fucking TVs in there, and we'll get them on all the TVs, get the sound up, and have a few cocktails. What do you say, Mike?
Yeah, we definitely will. I think I missed that last set when you were doing your final goodbyes. You said something about Mohegan Sun, but I didn't hear what you said, and I don't think that she did either. Because at one point she was like, "Wait, what?" I think she thought that you said that she was fighting a Mohegan Sun.
Oh,
Uh,
no.
Yeah,
That's
I
not
wasn't.
I
I
was
was like,
saying that we won't be able to make it to Salt Lake City, but we
Yeah.
will be at the Mohegan Sun hosting a large crowd of people to watch her fight in Salt Lake
yes,
City. Yeah, man.
it's gonna
Awesome
be
shit.
awesome.
Hey, Rick Caruso and Anthony Camacho, please either on Messenger or Instagram, DM us or send it to the email address. Do we have the email address, Mike?
The email address, yes, we do
Yeah,
have.
shoot us your address and we will get you all that stuff that you guys won tonight. It was a great show. Justin Ibarrola 4-0 undefeated, going to be stepping in there with Justin the Nightmare Street September 13th, Friday the 13th, Hollywood, Florida. I'm excited about that one for sure. Two opposite personalities, two skilled fighters, two very confident guys. Both guys think that they're going to finish the other one. I love that going into a fight. Justin Street said it wouldn't make it out of the third round. Ibarrola says he's fucking crazy. So love that. And then, of course, it's always a pleasure to see the GOAT fight. And she's putting her belt on the line once again against the number one contender. So that's how rankings work. Thank God the number one contender is fighting the champion. Let's go.
I love it. I fucking love this sport so much. It's insane. It's insane. I'm completely fucking out of my mind insane. I have been watching this sport for so long now. I feel like it hasn't been so long, but listen, it's been a lot. I got a text earlier from a friend of ours that's in our unit. You know who he is, Kyle. I'm not going to put his name out there. I'm going to dox him. I'm not going to dox him, guys. You want me to dox him? I mean, get real. Get over yourselves. Okay. A friend of ours from our unit, and he sent me an article. And it says, and we kind of knew this already, but I didn't say that because he doesn't know. And it's a new article from cordcutternews.com, right? So it's an anti-cable news company. I don't know, Cord Cutter. And it says Fubo TV launches BKFC TV dedicated channel for bare knuckle fighting championship. So this is an article from today. And they're talking about how Fubo TV has a channel just dedicated to BKFC. And he said to me, is the show going to get on TV? And I said, one day it absolutely is going to be on Fubo TV. And it's going to be on cable. And it's going to be on, you know what? Dare I say, Conor McGregor one day will say, you know what? Mike and Mish is the best motherfucking bare knuckle fighting championship show there. Them up. That's it.
That would be great. Mike, earlier today, to go along with what you're saying,
It's the Rasha.
To go along with what you're saying here, did anybody see what David Feldman posted earlier today? He was in a car.
Yes.
What the hell is Brinks TV?
I downloaded. I don't really know.
I tried, dude. I followed the directions that he said. He said download the app, hit register, and I did that. But when you go to your email to complete the registration, maybe there was too many people trying to fucking do it all at once or something, because I keep getting, I still am right now. Error, please try again. I got it every single fucking time.
Yeah, I gave up.
Yeah, I tried it 100 fucking times. I don't know. It still isn't working right now.
I almost won $5,001.
What is how? I wish Howie.
He almost did. So did I.
Yeah, I don't know what Brinks TV is. I don't know what Brinks TV is. I never heard of Brinks TV until today, but they're doing stuff. These guys are doing stuff, dude.
They're doing stuff. The stuff that I couldn't be a part of, unfortunately. Did I? I was on the way home from work, being a fucking 9-to-5 peasant, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna try to do this as a poor, and it didn't work for me. As it does, as most things don't work for the poor.
As a poor,
as a poor, I got on my phone. I was riding in the back seat, and I said, "What the hell?"
You try to be less poor.
I tried to be less poor by winning a couple of dollars on this thing, and it didn't work. And to be honest with you, if I won, I probably wouldn't have felt I would have felt good about getting the money, but I probably also would have felt horrible because I don't know. There's something about us covering the sport that makes me feel bad.
Like we should be exempt.
No offense, Rick Caruso, but I feel bad giving you prizes because you fight for the company. So like when we get like I have like this feeling in my body where I'm like, it is great and I really love Rick, but it would have been nice if like, somebody who tuned in for the first time today got, you know what I mean? And that's how I feel. If I won that $5,000, it'd be like, man, it would have been really nice if someone else who isn't a fan of bare knuckle and just became one, but I would feel bad if I won the prize. You know what I mean? That's how I would feel. I'm just being real with you.
And then you would have finally built the studio in your basement and you would have felt bad about it the whole time, but you'd finally have a fucking studio.
Yeah. Yeah. I would feel bad, but I wouldn't give a shit because I'd have a studio.
Anyways, thank you to Justin. Thank you to Misfit for coming on. You guys are
all
great
justified.
Guests. We had a blast talking to both of them. I don't think we're going outside the circle tonight. I don't think Mike and I literally haven't talked to each other all week. The only times that me and him have talked to each other, I saw him for 10 seconds on the stairs this afternoon.
That's right. We did see each other. It was very odd.
I saw him 10 seconds on the stairs. I was coming out of IT because my computer's a piece of shit. I was up at fucking IT trying to deal with that bullshit again. And as I was leaving IT, Mike was going into IT. So I don't know if you were having the same bullshit problems I was, but
no, I have. No. I hired people, guys. I hired 3 new employees, and I have to get them on the network, and they had to do all this crazy shit.
Oh, okay.
So I have to go talk to IT. You know what I'm saying?
Either way, literally, guys, if you can believe me or you don't have to, but Mike and I have only talked to each other while we've been on this show this week.
That's true. I know it's weird.
We've texted
about that tonight.
We've texted each other, but we have not talked to each other until 15 minutes before we come on the air live while we're on the show. And then when we hang up on you guys right now, it'll be like a 10-minute conversation between me and Mike.
Yeah.
And then I won't see him at work tomorrow because he's got to do dad things with his daughter. And he's taking the day off from work. So you know what? We're finally done doing shows, done doing all the bullshit. It was going to be a company picnic tomorrow at work. And Mike has to take the fucking day off.
I know. This is the one day where everybody can wear civilian clothes to work. And it's not like quite a half day, but it's a cookout. It's a fun day. And I got to take
civilian clothes. We don't have to put the uniform on. I don't have to shave my face tomorrow. I fucking love it, dude.
Speaking of, somebody just hopped in the comments. This gentleman right here.
Look at this guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Shaw. Give Robert Shaw a shout out right now. This man,
ladies and gentlemen, Robert Shaw.
He is a veteran of the United States Army, and he is a good man. Okay, we haven't seen him for years. He did retire, but this man deserves recognition.
Yeah, so he just popped in there. I love it, man. Miss you guys.
What is up? We have not seen you.
Rob
Come
Shaw.
visit the unit next week and say hello.
Yeah, you can re-enlist if you want. They're looking for people.
Yeah, they're looking for you. They need your help.
I just felt him flip us off from his house right now. Shout out Shaw.
Like,
hey, look at Falcon09 said shout out Shaw. Rob, do you know about the shout out Let's Go Boy? Mike, give him a shout out Let's Go Boy.
Let's give Rob Shaw a shout out Let's Go Boy.
Shout out Let's Go Boy.
Yeah, there it is. Hey, I love it. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I don't have much else to talk about. I want to wrap it up because I'm tired and I want to go night.
Wicked tired.
Mike. And by the way, still no news on the biggest fight of all time. Nothing
yet, but soon to be.
Mike, you got anything else for the peoples?
Hey, no, I do not have anything else. What do you got? See, as soon as we're about to go, you got something.
No, I know what I got to do, and it's part of our job, guys. We have to shout out our sponsors one more time on the way out the door. Buckedup.com. Go to promo and go to buckedup.com. Rob Shaw, I'm talking to you right now. I know you like to stay in the gym. Rob Shaw, go to buckedup.com. Buy some of the pre-workouts. Buy some of the creatine. The 6-point creatine is badass. The BCAAs are great and the proteins are delicious. Get your ass back in the gym, Rob. Go to buckedup.com, use promo code Mike and Mish 20 and get 20% off everything that you buy on that website. And then after that, Rob, since you're getting so fucking old, So after that, Rob, I know that you're too old to join the army again, but you're not too old to stop getting old. All you got to do is go to Dynamic Life, go to @live Dynamic on Instagram, hit the little link in the bio, and then you can work on weight loss, sexual health, and anti-aging, Rob. So
Yes.
maybe if you reverse the aging process, you can re-enlist back into the army. And after you get jacked and younger, get your ass over to the Rasha. Since you're retired, take some of that retirement money, buy a trip to Vegas, go out to Vegas, hit up the Rasha. You can read about it by going to @Rasha Revolution, hit the bio, hit the little link in the bio, read all about it. It'll get you in a championship mind state. Rob, I promise you good things will happen to you if you hit the Rasha. Look at that. That's a sponsor read, motherfuckers. Get
That's what I'm
jacked,
talking
live
about.
forever, get championship mind state.
Do
Let's
it.
go. Championship behavior only. Mike, I'm done.
Yes. I feel the energy. I am ready to go to bed.
Peace. Later.